Okay, we are recorded. Yay! So I just wanted to pop in and do a couple basics of Facebook. I have so many new people that are looking for tips and tricks to expand their network and to grow their network because they're afraid to reach their friends and family. But I do want to let you know that it's always really smart to work with your warm market if you can. Now, can you guys hear me okay? Okay, so I know a lot of times people are scared and timid to outreach to their warm market. They're afraid of what they're going to think. They're afraid they're going to run the other way. But sometimes they can be supportive. Sometimes they can be the most negative people I have found too. They're the most skeptical. But I think it's our job, and it's really important to get the word out, to ask, to just try. And if they say no, they say no. And so I want you to just keep that mindset as you grow your business with your warm market and as you choose to expand your market through other means. And those means include blitzing, sharing your coupon card with people, wrap parties, asking other guests to host a wrap party for you. That's a great way for you to expand your reach as well. Because you might have a guest that, or you may have a friend that hosts a party and she might bring 5 friends. Maybe each of those 5 friends are willing to host a party of their own in order to get a free wrap. It's a really great way to expand your outreach. You can also do this through expos. You can have a lead box where you pull a name or 5 or 10, or depends on how busy and how long the expo is. If you're doing a 3-day expo, you could maybe pull a couple names each day and they get a free wrap. Now, one of the things that I do when I have an expo and I pull a name for a free wrap, I do have to meet up with them and wrap them. I'm not just going to put it in the mail because I want to make sure that they're getting the wrap on the correct way. I want them to know that it really works because we know that it works, but I want to be there to help them do that. And I also want to be there to assist with questions and teach them a little bit, because once they have that wrap on for 45 minutes, I can share some of our other products that they may be interested in as well. So blitzing, wrap parties, expos, we can use our hundreds list, and that's just simply a list that you start going through of people that you know. And what's great about your hundreds list is it's a brainstorming activity. And so you will think of your friends, and then you'll think of your friends' friends that maybe you met. So maybe you'll think of, oh my gosh, I'm going to put my sister down, right? And my sister's got XYZ of friends who I like, or they're bubbly, or they're outgoing, or this might be a really good fit for them. And so let me put them on the list. And then maybe you'll be like, yeah, that's right. We went to that bonfire this summer, and I met so-and-so and so-and-so, and we just became friends on Facebook, real casual. But gosh, they have a great personality. I'm going to add them to the list. You're going to add anybody and everybody, and you're not going to pre-qualify anybody. Because we know, again, they can say no for themselves. It's not our job to tell people no. If you start telling yourself no for other people, you are really doing a disservice to other people. You have an obligation to share this. I've likened it, and I've heard this before, but what if you had the cure for cancer, right? What if you had the cure for cancer and you're like, well, I don't really want to step on their toes and give them a treatment option. I don't want them to know about this one thing because it's really not my place, and they would probably ask me if they wanted to know. Well, they don't know what you know. And so you'll be obligated to share that information with them and let them make up their own decision. And so that's how I feel about this business opportunity. I feel about these products because I've been in 6.5 years, and I know well enough the amazing testimonies that you can receive from these products and from this business opportunity. And so I don't want you to limit that. So I am going to go over just a few ways to expand your outreach on Facebook. As I do this, I do want you to understand that we are in a people business. So the second that you start thinking and turning people into numbers, that will be the second that your business declines, that it drops. We are in this business, of course, to change our financial situation, but we're also in this business to help other people too. I have said it before, and you've heard it in other places. We were in one of the Success from Home magazines, I think in 2012, and my quote was, we're in business for ourselves, but not by ourselves, right? So we are in this place where we can help other people, but we have to do it through community, and that's what God designed us to do, is to work in community. And so that's how we're working. And so when you start going through your Facebook and you think about expanding your network, I want you to think about it as expanding your friends. It's no different than going and involving yourself in an activity or a church group or a school group or an interest group. You are going to expand your network and your connections simply by being more relational with more people. We can never have enough people in our lives because everybody is here to teach us something minor. They might be in our lives for a short time. They might be in our lives for a long time. We don't know that. And so our objective is to just get as much and to give as much as we can during that time period. And so when you're thinking about expanding your network, think about it that way. Remember, these are people. They're not numbers. And so if we go forward with that, then we can be so confident in all of the things that we do. So if I can successfully share my screen, I'm going to tell you what, I am a little technologically challenged. So we're going to have to bear with me. I will go ahead and I believe okay. I need a thumbs up if you can see my screen. Yay! Is it just my Facebook or is it just my like online group? Yes? Okay. All right, fantastic. All right, so, oh gosh, all these messages, of course, are going to pop up. So one of the things that we can do to grow our network, to grow our expansion list, is to add new friends to our Facebook. Some of us come into this business with a huge following because maybe of our past ventures or just our situation. We have a lot of friends through church or activities, that type of thing. Some of us come with a small group. When I joined It Works 6.5 years ago, I had been on Facebook for 6 months prior. And the only reason I was on here was because my 13-year-old at the time wanted to be on Facebook, and I was scared. How many of you are scared of social media and new things? And I thought there is just a bunch of pedophiles on there. So I didn't want her on there, so I got on there to check it out, right? And you can be very, very careful with the information that you share, and it can be a really fun, wonderful place to be. So I obviously did not have very many friends, but that has grown over time. And so one of the ways that you can do it, so I have these friend requests, okay? And we can look through our friend requests, but then it's also going to suggest people that you know, okay? And so you can start to look through these people and think about, would I want to add them to my network? Now, when you're adding new people to your network, you want to maybe add, I would say, 5 to 10 people a day. Now, if you start to get people that are saying, hey, I don't know who this person is, I don't want to be friends with them, I don't know who they are, Facebook is going to flag you. And so be very conscientious of that. I will go through too after a while and look at my friend requests and delete requests if they haven't answered. The other thing that I want to do, because I am looking to expand my network and my friendships through my business, I want to be very careful not to add people who have other distributors that are mutual friends. So this is going to take a little bit of time in the beginning to get used to it, but note that it really shouldn't take too much time every day. This is something that you should be able to hammer out in a matter of 5 to 10 minutes each day. So if it's something that you schedule even 3 to 4 times a week, you will slowly expand your outreach. I want you to be patient with this and not feel like you have to add 50 friends a day because it's just not going to work. So 5 mutual friends, I'm going to see right here, Jess, it works. I don't even know who that is off the top of my head, but I'm going to leave her alone. So the funny thing is I have a French team, and I just added a bunch of my new French team members, and so all of a sudden it's suggesting I've got people from France and French-speaking people. So for mutual friends, I'm going to assume this is probably It Works distributors. So here we go again. I'm going to double check. I'm like, okay, so is this Bianca on my team? Here's another really good thing to look for. Do you have your It Works stuff on your page? Because I'm scrolling through, I'm not going to spend all day doing this, but I'm going to look for a really quick second. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I would never put my baby in that. No. So it's going to take a second. All right. Makeup video. Okay. So I am not seeing anything about It Works except she is an It Works distributor. She is an It Works distributor. So I can tell right there that this is probably an It Works distributor. If not, it is probably a prospect of my team, and I don't want to do that. Now, sometimes you might accidentally do that, but you should do that through the process of people asking you for information if they're working for somebody else. Oh, sorry, my Facebook is like, hi, my brain's going too fast. I looked at her stuff. She has like 3 things on her wall. That's the other thing. So there's no mutual friends. Why would they be suggesting that? Is it because she spoke French? I don't know. Speaks French. But I looked at her wall and she had like 3 things on it. Some people are really high security on their wall, but it makes me nervous. I don't see any friends. I see 1 photo. I see started working here, started doing this. I mean, that is it. Those things make me nervous. I don't add those types of people to my page because I don't know if it's like one of those hacker accounts. 8 mutual friends. So this is one way. The other way I'll show you to get through the back door. Okay, here's one. No friends. She lives in France. Maybe it's a French speaker. Maybe these French people just have their account locked down. I don't get it. So, I don't know. So you're going to have to like figure what you're comfortable with. I don't want my account hacked ever. So I don't know. Those things kind of make me nervous. So you can go through that way. Okay. So you can go through your suggested friends through that way. You can also go to, you can also go to your friends list and you could go through your followers if you wanted to. Add them as a friend, send them a message, say, hey, thanks for following me. Were you interested in the business? Can I help answer any questions? And here's the other way to get to your find friends. It's going to bring you up to that same concept. It's going to have your friend requests first, and then it's going to have people that you might know. These are kind of your suggested friends. I don't know. Okay, there's a Canadian. So you might want to sit there and you go through some of these and look. Like I'll take time later. The other thing you can do is you can go through interest group. Let's say, here's a really fun thing to do. Let's say, okay, I am going to, I'm going to Florida and I'm going to Florida. But let's go, I'm going to be in Orlando. Florida's a tough one because we have a lot of It Works distributors because our company's in that way. But let's say, okay, so Orlando, Florida is maybe where they're from. I don't want any mutual friends that are distributors, college, anything that they have in common employer. You could even add, I don't know, MAC Cosmetics, right? And maybe look for new people, or Macy's, right? Because it's a cosmetic company. So if you're into fitness or health and wellness, that kind of thing, maybe look for somebody that's employed by a company. That's really, really going to narrow it down. So that's a suggestion, but I would stay kind of broad. So here we go. We've got Orlando, Florida, because I'm going to be there in a week and a half. Hey, who knows? Maybe I would find somebody on Facebook, become friends with them, get a little chat going, and we can meet up while I'm there. I did Anna Maria Island, but that is like infiltrated with people, right? But if you're going to Chicago or you're going up to Maine, for a fall trip, go ahead and plug in some of these places and make some friends ahead of time. And who knows, maybe they would want to meet up and have a wrap party with you, and you could do it in the lobby of your hotel while you're there. Or you could just meet up with them and wrap. So that is a way to expand your network. Now, here's the other thing is if you have a mutual friend with them, but they're not an It Works distributor, that's all. Facebook is going to look upon that a little bit more with favor, because they're going to say, hey, maybe they really do know people in real life. The reason that Facebook is going to block you if you send out mass friend requests is because they're just trying to protect you. And so you can go through and look. Like I know that Michael Pruitt is an It Works distributor. I'm not going to touch that one. So go through and add people. You could do it that way, okay? Now, when you do become friends with them, you can sit with them, let them sit there and let them follow you for a while. You can interact with them later if you have something. The thing that I personally do is I have my smart lists. And this is the last thing that I really want to show you. And your smart list is basically categorizing your people into groups so it's more manageable. It's kind of like having a Facebook manager. So, for example, I could say for my new distributors, let's see, Kathy just joined our team this week. Okay, we're friends. And then, so you could do it this way, or you could go to their page and you can add them to a, yay, I'm gonna be at the beach soon too, I can't wait. So you click on this, you get notifications when they post if you want to, so you can stay up with them. You can add them to another list, and then you have your list. Some of these are pre-made on by Facebook. You can always create a new list by clicking this and typing what you want. So I have a prospect list, and I started a new Fun Peeps list because I named my Fun Peeps list people that I just friended because they were, they looked fun. We had common interests. I went through and found some common interests, and they looked like they would gel with my personality. So I just kind of randomly added people that way, and I put them under Fun Peeps because they're not truly a prospect in the regard that they've asked me for information. These people have not asked me for information. They don't know what I do. They don't know who I am. And so I want to just keep it on as Fun Peeps so I can interact. But so Kathy she would have been on my prospect list. But now she is, I have my 2015 distributors and on. So she's a part of my 2015 distributors and on that I've added. So I could do that for her. At that stage of the game, so you can add people if they're prospects and things like that. So if you have somebody, go ahead and put them on the prospect list or maybe your team list. This is how it comes in handy. Where is it? Oops, I don't want that one. Facebook keeps changing it on me. Pages feed. Right down here in the left-hand corner, there is that pages feed. Now, it might take you some time to get used to this, to get it on there. No, that's not it. Friends list, sorry. Scratch those notes. Friends list. Okay. It might take you some time to organize this, and that's okay. Do a little bit each day. Please don't sit down and do this for 10 hours and waste your day away when that could be time that you are working your business and following up with people. I don't want you to work 10 hours a day. That's not what this business is about. You can be very intentional, and this is to show you that you can be intentional with your business. So once you get these steps organized, get them in there, take some time to do it. You guys, it's such a work in progress. I still have people that I forget to add. I'm always doing it because I get distracted. But so then what's really cool, see, I just started my Fun Peeps list, and there's only 3 people on there. Then I have my kids' friends, parents. Like, let's say I wanted to make a post specifically about the kids. I could post it to that group, and only they would see it. So I'll show you that in just a second. But so now we have our friends list. This is how we work smart. So you can take 10 minutes a day and you can add new people, okay? And as you add them, you make sure that once they accept your friend request, then you go ahead and add them to the appropriate list. Most of the time, that's your prospect list, right? Just for sake of privacy, I'm gonna go ahead and pretend this is my prospect list, but we're going to work my 2015 DTs because they're already in it. Okay. So all you're going to do is it's going to pull up everybody that's on that list and that list only. So if you have everybody, all of your prospects or people that you're thinking about, people on your hundreds list, people that you met at expos, people that you met blitzing, people that you met online, whatever it is, people that have yet to join your business but are interested or you think that they would be interested in this business, you go through and you interact with them. So comments are heavier than that's a lot. But this, what this is going to do, whoa, Mina. So what you're going to do is go through and just interact with people. By doing that, it's going to keep seriously, Facebook, I am not scrolling. I have stopped. But by going through and doing this, it looks like she has extreme couponing now. So it's going to help your interaction with them. So it's going to pull up your stuff in their feed. It's just being intentional. It's like calling a girlfriend on the phone and chatting with her. Now you've come up in her memory and maybe she'll text you. Sorry, my Facebook is being Willy Wonka right now, like very sensitive. My computer is. So anyways, so you're going to go through and interact like that. And like I said, that's going to help people pull up on your feed a little bit faster. You pull up on their feed, that type of a thing. It keeps you guys fresh. And so if you have somebody that you're working on and you want them to see your It Works posts, then they're going to have a higher likelihood. The way that Facebook's algorithm works is just because I make a post, like I made this video, right, with little baby Bree because she's so funny and she's got the moves like Jagger. I'll just show it again for everybody. Look at those moves. Oh my. But anyways, you guys were shameless in our kids, aren't we? So I have 4,878 friends at this moment, and I think I have 5,000 followers, something like that. And just because I make a post does not mean that it will go. See how cheap I am? We got to be done in 10 minutes. I'm staying with free. I looked at the participants, and it's all the same number. So why would I pay if I can't get more participants? But anyways, that just because I make a post doesn't mean that all 4,878 of my friends plus my 5,000 followers are going to see every single one of my posts in their newsfeed. It does not go out that way. What it does is it goes out into your newsfeed. When you're checking your newsfeed and you're like looking, hey, what posts so you can interact with, the people that pop up the most are the people that you interact with the most. So that is how that works. And so if you go through and you take 10 minutes a day and you work on your prospect list and interact with that feed or the people that are posting on there, 10 minutes a day, and you do that daily, you're going to expand your outreach. The other thing that you can do is you can go through your friends list A through Z. And if you want to be a little more technical about it, you can interact with your friends that way. So that way everybody really gets a turn. Or if you have somebody on your hundreds list, somebody that you're really thinking about, be intentional about going to their page and interacting with them. So that's how it's going to work. The last really cool thing about your smart list, when you put them on that designated list, now I want to tell you that when, even if you put them on a smart list, when you make a regular post, they can still see everything public, right? So the smart list is an enhancement, really. But what you could also do is you can also make a specific post. Oops. You can make a specific post to your group, and this is how you do it. So public, friends, only me, more options. Sorry, guys. Okay, so public, More options. Now we can go through my list, right? So I can make this list just for whoever I want to see it. And that would include my prospects. So maybe I want to do a couple extra before and after pictures without spamming my whole wall. I can maybe do an extra before and after picture a day and target it just to my prospects. So the only people that are going to see it is on my 2015 DT list. You'll know if I updated. These are my personally enrolled too, by the way. So if you're not my personally enrolled, you won't see that. So you can do that. So you can make those extra lists if you want. Now make sure that once you do it, when you go to make another post, it's going to be set at whatever you used last time, whether it's your friends, it's only you, it's family. Here's real quick, 3 minutes. So I want to make sure it's public. If you have made a post, let's say you make a business post. This is for all of you distributors that maybe need a little time. But let's say that you've made a business post and you have people responding to it left and right and you cannot follow up fast enough. You can take, seriously, I'm not scrolling anymore. Facebook, I'm really mad at you today. Seriously, am I the only one? Okay, now I gotta scroll up and I don't want it to go super fast. Okay, you could take this post. Oh, for the love of God, seriously. Okay, stop. Facebook, stop. If you have a post that has a lot of responses and you want to get to them and you can't get to them, like you have 30 responses every now and again when you make a really beautiful post, you can actually, where is it? Maybe you can't. You can. I know you can. Nope. Here it is. It's not this one. It's this one. You can take that post that was a public post and you can make it only me. So it's still on there, but now the only person that can see this is you. So you could like go through and you can go through and just respond and those people will see it, right? And you know, whatever. So you can do that. And then that way you don't have to worry about other people coming in and hopping on your thing. How's that? All right, guys. Yay. All right, so that is that. Can you see me again?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. So does anybody have any questions? No? Okay. All right, so hopefully that was clear enough. If you're new, would you get that? Okay, all right. So that's that. Thanks you guys so much for popping in, and hopefully we'll get this converted to a recording and I'll get it up, and then we can share it with our new people that want to expand their reach that way. All right. Bye, guys. Have a really good day.